Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Tuesday the 29th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day outside. Got up this morning, got a few things taken care of, nothing really special. Got in the tub like I do. From there, basically got myself dressed to go for my run. Got my run done. I had a doctor's appointment for my foot today, so I wanted to make sure I had that done in case they wanted to give me a cortisone shot or try to tell me, something happened, I wouldn't be able to run on it for the day to keep my run streak alive at least one more day. So went ahead, got that taken care of, and kind of wandered around a little bit. It's that weird time in the morning where I had to be there at like 10:15, but it's like a half an hour, 40-minute drive up there. So it's that weird thing of making sure traffic. I hate being late to stuff, so I want to be there early and so on and so forth. And it's that weird, like I can't just, shower, change, and go. I've got that weird gap of time. So I have to set myself an alarm because sometimes I'll get distracted by something going on and forget to take off on time. Much really prefer to be like just first thing in the morning, just get up and go to it. But it is what it is. So I went ahead and thought, the weather's not that bad. I'm going to take the motorcycle. So not too bad of a time where I'm late December, almost, into January here, and I'm still on a motorcycle, which worked out pretty good. I did throw on my pants for that ride, which I posted up to my buddy, and I'm like, hey man, it's not perfect down here. I had to put on pants for my motorcycle ride today. I know how bad your weather is up north, so I was giving him a hard time about that, but it is what it is. Basically ended up putting on my riding gear jacket. It's like an armor jacket in case I go down. It has some protection of the shoulders and backs and elbows and stuff, and also just a little bit of a warmer jacket. So I did keep the zipper zipped up on the way up there. Had my gloves on, of course, which are usually I don't need gloves that much, and I probably could live without them for the temperature wise, but they're an armor glove as well for in case something happened, you'd hit the ground. It's always a safety precaution type thing. So got up there to it, found my spot. Parking lot in that place is horrendous. There's a ton of doctor's offices all there, and like every single office has like I think 3 spots average, and they've got 6 people in the waiting room, and it's ridiculous how there's every time I've got the waiting rooms are completely booked up full, like they're just packed with people. And even with COVID, like there's way too many people in those little rooms. Like this room is like the size of maybe 2 of my bathrooms, a waiting area, and there's 6 people in it, and it's ridiculous. So I tell them every time, like, I'm going outside, like I'm not waiting in here for nothing with these damn people. So got out there, basically found a parking spot. And the only reason I even found a spot, I think, was because there was somebody else already there on the little scooter. So I backed my bike in next to their scooter, which they parked at like dead center of the spot. Like they were taking up every inch of that damn thing they could. Luckily, it was up against like one of the curb area type things, so I was able to squeeze in between them and the curb and set my bike there. They came out before I even left. Before I got into my doctor's appointment, they came out and left on their scooter, and it is what it is. So I left my bike over on the side. Not enough room for a car to get in, but enough room for their motorcycles or scooters that may also show up that way. But other people are like literally the nearest spot was probably, I don't know, I'm gonna guess 300 feet away, like a football field away. Like it's a long ways away. This parking lot's huge, and it's just full of people because it's just one side parking, each side's a pain in the butt, and it's a lot of doctors. A lot of people can't walk that far and stuff. It's a pain in the butt. So, and I see a lot of people getting dropped off, and then they drive down the park, and somebody else drains it back, and it's a pain in the butt. So, finally got in though. They came out, hollered at me. I went back, talked to the, I guess, assistant nurse, whatever. I'm not sure exactly what level of education he has on him. Nice enough guy. We chatted and stuff. Took the general, blood pressures and crap, which I'm not really sure what my blood pressure had to do with my foot, but apparently they have to record all that shit. And chatted a little while and got talking about it. And I'm not the guy that talks about the weather really people most times, so I started bringing up some a little more in-depth shit, made some jokes, kind of laughed and stuff, and he kind of stopped, and at one point looks and goes, man, he goes, you just said some deep shit there. And I said, I tend to say some deep shit. And he laughed, he goes, I really need to hear that. It's not been the greatest week for me and stuff. So we kind of chatted a little bit, hawed around. He headed out, doctor came in a few minutes later. They do, once they get you back, they get you in and out pretty quickly there, which is nice. Asked the doctor, he kind of asked how things are going. I told him, basically what was going on with it. But the cortisone shot seemed to help quite a bit, and it's wearing off. It's getting more pain than it was. But not as much as it was when I first came in, but more than it was the day or so after the cortisone shot. And we chatted a little bit of stuff, and I asked him, I said, what did my x-rays say? We took a shitload of x-rays, last time I was here, and he goes, oh, I don't really know. I'm like, what the fuck? Did you even look at these things? Because they literally took the x-rays, and literally 4 minutes later, he was in my room. So there's no way he even looked at the x-rays before. And I'm like, what the hell? So he went back, left the room for like about 3.5 to 5 minutes. He was back in the room. Apparently he was able to study all my x-rays and figure out, it looks fine. I'm like, kept telling me it's like just overuse plantar fasciitis. And I said, no, man. I said, I don't know if you're listening to me, because I told you I smashed my foot on that rock way back when, and it's been giving me troubles ever since then, kind of thing. This is not just an overuse situation. This is not a typical plantar fasciitis thing. And he's like, no, I think that's what it is. It seems to be helping. I said, the cortisone shot helped. Nothing we're doing is helping here. And he just wouldn't listen to me. I'm like, this was a situation of something that happened to me, an injury that happened to my foot, not overuse of running. Because when I ran half marathon every day for like 7 days in a row, I was running 11 miles, 10 miles, 8 miles every day for a week. Each week prior to that, my foot hurt the same as it does when I was running 1 mile a day and whatever. So how can it be overuse when I'm overusing the shit out of it and it doesn't hurt any worse? So he was like, "Oh, that's what it is," and I was like, "Okay, fuck it, whatever." So they decided they're gonna tape my foot up with this junk ass KT tape they have, and the dude came back in, the original guy I was talking to, the nurse assistant technician, where he is stuff. He taped my foot back up, whatever, fine, no big deal. Didn't make a damn bit of difference. It didn't make shit of difference. So I basically headed out, and as I was leaving there, they tried to reschedule me an appointment for like 3 weeks, and I'm like, I don't know, I gotta go to Iowa and get my mom. So yeah, I'll have to call you later, and I'm done. I'm not calling him. I'm just gonna like, take me off your damn books. I don't need your appointment because your doctors don't listen. So if he won't listen to me and actually realize the fact there was a separate incident injury that caused this, not overuse from running, it's bullshit. So I'm just gonna just either learn to let the pain or continue doing my own physical therapy and hope I can figure this out myself and just hope it goes away, because I'm really good about ignoring shit. After a while, I kind of just eventually kind of forget it's there and just punish myself for the rest of my life, or I got to try and find a different specialist that'll actually listen to me and explain to him. Which I think next time if I go see a doctor, I'm not going to tell him I'm a runner. I'm not going to tell him I do all, I've done ultra marathons and I've run all the time. I'm not going to tell him that shit. I'm just going to walk in and say, hey man, I smashed my foot a long time ago, and this is what I've done so far to try and help it, and it's not fixing it. Can we work on it as if it's a separate injury, not running related? So we'll see, because like I said, it's that whole thing. Like, there's so many things that's not normal for plantar fasciitis. Because like normally everybody talks about the first step in the morning is the worst step. I think mine's not. Mine's like midday. Like if I stop for an hour and then try and walk out, it's the worst pain. The morning time isn't that bad. I've got all the socks that pull my toes up. I've done everything, all that crap. Nothing seemed to be fixing it. So yeah, it is what it is. So we'll go from there. Just kind of done with the whole thing. Left there, hopped back on the motorcycle, headed back home. On the way, I stopped in. There's a little park north of New Smyrna there, by what they call Three Bridges. I kind of walked around a little bit and looked at the water, and saw some people out there fishing and stuff, and just kind of enjoyed myself a little bit in the nature. Beautiful weather like it was. Drove around a little bit. Went by a couple houses that I was kind of wouldn't mind seeing if they were for sale. That one we had for sale, trying to wait to see if our offer gets accepted or not. Found out our offer was not accepted. Also, they claimed that they had offers higher than ours also, but the seller is not taking anything but full price or above offers for the first 30 days. So they're not coming off the price even a buck. So I don't know. It is. I understand it's hard to ask for a discount on a property when it's first on the market, stuff. So I don't blame them for that, but I think they're over their price for the quality of work they did to fix the house. The flip they done on it was not a high quality flip, and they're asking high quality flip money. And $250,000 for a house built in the 70s is a shitload of money. The yard is phenomenal. God, I love that yard. I'm gonna miss if we don't get. I'm gonna miss that idea of that yard a lot. But yeah, it is what it is. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, so that's out. That sucks, but it is what it is. We'll just go from there and decide if we want to pay the $250,000 for a property. And then we also, I don't know, it's a lot. And then we got, by the time I pay that and the closings and stuff, the down payments and blah, blah, that doesn't leave me that much cash to flip this place into a rental and or into selling it, whichever one it happens. Either way it works. But yeah, we'll go from there and figure out what it is. But from there, got back here to the house, hung a little bit, basically waited for my wife to get home from work. She got home from work, we chatted, talked a little bit, ended up watching another episode of The Office. We've got like a couple episodes left, I think 3 episodes left, 2 episodes, I'm not sure. Very little left of it. I told her that tonight's was the last episode, and it's not. So I just wanted to see how she'd react. And it's the last half of the last season, all looks like could have been a final episode in the process. But I ended up having leftover pork chops that I made last night, so we ended up knocking that out with some baked potatoes and just had a wonderful little meal. Came out here on the patio, had myself a wonderful cigar, watched some TV. She came out with me for a little bit. She was out here for like, I don't know, 8 minutes, not even. So I switched over to a show that she had more interest in. Then she decided she was done and she wanted to go inside. So she headed back inside real quick. So I switched it back to what I was watching before, and so on and so forth. It is what it is. But hung out, had a great time, and it was just gorgeous damn day weather-wise. Absolutely beautiful. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.